Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Paul Maxey, and I'm playing some PS2 tonight after being at work. And I can't recommend enough getting a PS2 console. If you're wondering, you kind of want to play a video game system, you don't feel, but you're kind of nostalgic. Of course, I recommend Atari and ColecoVision, but uh, don't underestimate the PS2. You can play so many old arcade hits by getting a PS2, because so many awesome games like Midway's Arcade Treasures. See how it has Defender, Spy Hunter, Rampage, Joust, Gauntlet. You get these kind of games, and there's a part 1, there's a part 2, Midway's Arcade Treasures 2, and this one had Mortal Kombat 2 and 3, and Narc, and a game called Total Carnage, which is a sequel to Smash TV, and you use the 2 stick. And Midway's Arcade Treasures 3 has some really classic games like Hydro Thunder. Remember that game where you're on a boat and you're just like hauling ass in the water? And it's also got Hard Driving. Well, that doesn't play too well with the controller, but it's got San Francisco Rush 2000. That's actually pretty. It's got the regular San Francisco Rush, was a great car game, and San Francisco Rush 2049, which is in the future. And you get these Midway arcade hits so cheap. And really, you could get a PS2 console really cheap. You don't need a HD cable. It plugs in with those yellow, red, and white cables, and you're set. And you're playing, I think you could get a PS2 really cheap. And I'm going to play Spy Hunter. And what's great about playing Spy Hunter on this with your PS2 Midway's Arcade Treasures is the controls. You have buttons to fire all your missiles, machine guns. This is the default setting they're showing, but you can switch all that around. And it's a gear shift right here. And you slam that right stick down and up, and it's like you're switching the up, high, and low gear playing in the arcade. So, and the left stick does your steering and your gas. And I think to play Spy Hunter, the best way you're going to be able to play it is on PS2 with this controller. Aside from owning a Spy Hunter, you could have it on other regulated emulators, but you're not going to be able to control it so well. So hit start. See how it says low gear? And then when I slam the right stick down, boom, I'm in high gear. Back to low. So it has a good feel. The trick to Spy Hunter is if you're in high gear, it's hard to control. So if you're in high gear like this, do not go slamming the gas too hard. In Spy Hunter, there's a timer that starts, and while that timer is going, you can die, but you won't lose really any lives. It's kind of like they give you a freebie until that timer runs down from 1,000 to 0. But once that timer runs, you can die a million times, it won't matter. But once that timer runs down to 0, you're on your own. You got 2 lives, and you can earn extra lives every 30,000. But that's it. And so if you want to get crazy and hit the gas in the beginning while you got this timer going down, go for it. There's no consequences. Here comes the weapons van. Alright. Remember that? So you put your car back in low gear. Be careful. Oh, look at this, the limo. Yeah, nothing like blasting the limo. So my L1 has got... Oh, I just oil slicked a motorcyclist. Sorry. Certain guys on the road are not worth points. As a matter of fact, if you kill innocent people, it stops your ability to get points for a second. See, I got my oil slick, and I got all these cars coming behind me, and I'm just oil slicking them a little bit at a time. I don't want to run out of oil slick. The timer just ran out. That means I am officially on my own. Got my machine guns with my R1, got my oil slick with my L1. Yeah, I just oil slicked the limo. Haha. Here comes the truck. Ah, good for me. I just got missiles. You switch back to low gear. Oh, I just launched a missile at the helicopter, but I missed. Maybe I got him off screen, because he doesn't seem to be around. Oh, here he is. Watch this. Yeah! See, that's how you do it. I just rocketed the helicopter. Oil slicking these bastard armored cars. So this Midway Arcade Treasures 1 is a great... Oh, I'm out of missiles. It's a great way to play Paperboy with this controller. It's a great way to play Smash TV because it uses the dual stick controller. So you could have Smash TV on MAME or other emulators, and you're not going to be able to do a damn thing with it. You're not going to be able to play the dual stick. Oh, damn. Just lost a life, but if I get 30,000, I'll get another life. If I die before 30,000, it's game over. Pressure's on. You get points for killing stuff, but you also get points for just surviving on the road. Oh, I died right before I got my extra life. Damn. Alright. So you can check out other games. It's also got... This game's got Tapper. They call it Root Beer Tapper, but we know it's Beer Tapper. It's got Robotron, and it does play with the dual stick. It's got Road Blasters, remember that? Great stuff, man. Joust 1 and Joust 2, believe it or not. Yes, Joust 2. It does have Defender and Stargate, and they play pretty good on the controller. At least there's enough buttons to go around. But I like playing my Defender and Stargate on my PS1 Williams Greatest Hits so I can lay out the joystick arcade style. And there's Paperboy, and Paperboy plays like it should. It plays really well with this controller, with all the sticks you need. And then Smash TV. When I want to play the arcade version of Smash TV, the Genesis version is also good. I gotta go to my Williams Arcade Treasures 1 and put in Smash TV. It's got unlimited credits, but I give myself 10 continues, and that's it. And then I base my high score on that the game saves for me on that. Remember this awesome game? So it says Mac here, and that's my high score. But I wrote myself a note that I achieved that score by taking 10 credits on Smash TV. I kind of leave myself notes like that. And Joust 2, I take 10 credits. I leave myself notes when I have these arcade compilations, but they have unlimited credits, because what does score matter if you, especially if it's a game where if you keep continuing and the score continues to rise and there's no consequence, so you got to limit your continues. I give myself 10, is it 10 credits or 10 continues? There's a difference. 10 continues, so that's 11 credits. So I'm trying to beat this whole game on 11 credits, and that ain't, I've yet to do it. So you guys remember Smash TV? You get the arcade version. Yeah, very simple. My left stick is moving, just like Robotron. My left stick's moving my guy around, and my right stick fires my weapon in any direction I want, just like Robotron. And by the way, the same guy that made Smash TV is the guy that made Robotron, Eugene Jarvis. Or at least Eugene Jarvis was in charge of the group that made this game. Lower a little bit. So when you're in the mood to play some Smash TV, you play Midway's Arcade Treasures and with your PS2, and you're in business. But I keep a close count on my continues. And I'm only going to take 10 continues. I'm not going to play a whole game right here in front of you guys. See, it plays really well. Let's show another. So you take Paperboy, and I believe Paperboy plays pretty well on the Sega Genesis, and Sega Genesis came out with Paperboy 2, where you throw the paper to two sides of the street. But for me, the best way to play Paperboy that I know, out of all my, emulators, is still on the PS2 because of that controller and the ability to, the way it lets you control.
For the public's right to be informed.
Great graphics.
Delivering papers.
See, it's a great emulation. With this, my controller on the left stick... Oh, I just broke a window. That's not good. My left stick is left and right, and my right stick is kind of like speed up or slow down. See, this is my controller, left and right, just two sticks, and the right stick, I can hit the gas, or I can pull back, and see how he hits the brakes? So I feel like I'm in total control, and that just leaves my R1, which chucks papers. So you're in the mood for some Paperboy? This delivers great Paperboy controls. Oh, doesn't mean I'm going to play perfectly. And when you play PS1 and PS2, PS2 basically is a PS1. Oh damn! I threw a paper in their window. That's not good. You lose a customer. I'm sloppy. There we go. Your console, as long as you have a memory card, saves your high scores. So you finish your game, it saves your high score, and it just makes the experience really great. And I don't think Paperboy had continues, so you don't have to worry about cheating. This is not a keeper because I'm not doing good. When you're trying to be perfect in Paperboy, so you get all these customers. Remember this scene? You go, it's nice and colorful. Ha! This girl's got a sign. I love you, Paperboy. Thank you. See, I lost a lot of subscriptions for throwing the paper wrong. So all these games on one thing, man, I can't say it enough. It's just really good. Vindicators is a tank game in the third person, like a space tank game, and you use those controls, the left and right stick, to great effectiveness, and your R1 to fire. So you're controlling like a little mini Battlezone tank, and eventually you get turret control left and right, and you use your back buttons to move that turret around. So great effective control. Remember Road Blasters? This game was put out on Sega Genesis and actually looks a lot like the arcade game, but you can't beat this version, and it plays really well. And I don't think there's a continue. Maybe there is a continue, but I limit my continues on Road Blasters. There it is. You guys remember this game? Road Blasters was a great game, and there's actually a little strategy. If you can shoot guys without missing in between your shots, your multiplier, see over here, multiplies your score. So don't just go in there and haphazardly machine gunning. Try to shoot perfectly, and this multiplier on your score increases. See how it went from 4 back to 3? And then when you when you get to the finish line, you get a score based, and it's multiplied based on that multiplier, and your score translates to fuel. And this game is all about having fuel. The game is over when you've run out of fuel. So the fact that your bonus score translates to fuel means There's the auxiliary weapon. That's gonna mess with your multiplier, but it's fun to shoot. See that machine gun? But like I said, if you can shoot perfectly, you increase your score multiplier. So if you use a machine gun, that's going to take away from it. Anyway, we'll show one more. I'm sure most of you guys know there was a Joust 2. If you didn't, well, there you go. And I can also plug an arcade joystick into this game, so I can get more of an arcade feel. And for me, when I play Joust 2, I usually plug my arcade stick into the console so I can get kind of a Joust feel, which always was joystick and fire button. Joust 2, man. You guys might remember in Mission Viejo that they had Joust 2 at the Mission Viejo Mall. And there was only so many cabinets of that game made, so we were kind of lucky to have Joust 2 at the Mission Viejo Mall. The only thing about Joust 2 is it has the continue feature because there's so many levels. So they worked that angle, and I'm sure it made a lot of money in the arcades because it was hard and you would want to hit continue. So I bet it was a very effective money maker. But once again, if I'm playing this at home, I limit my continues to make it an interesting game. But Joust 2, an incredible game. Just limit your continues or don't continue at all to keep it interesting. Then you've got yourself a very interesting sequel to Joust. Did you know in Joust 2 you can switch to a Pegasus? Except you're really heavy. Look at that. Oh, I just died. Yeah, you can switch from regular Joust or regular ostrich. Oh, damn. To Pegasus. Look at this. Pegasus, you have to push the button really fast. He's super heavy. So Pegasus is very deadly to enemies. And he's like armored practically, but he's heavy. He drops like a stone. See, boom, you're Pegasus. So great game, Joust 2. And you can find it on Williams Arcade Treasures. And there's another PS1 game that also, compilation that gave you Joust 2. Alright, well this video has gone on a long time. And it's probably more interesting just to people who didn't know that this compilation existed for PS2. Or if you guys don't have a PS2. Well, now you know. Hope you had a good night. I like having a little beer and playing some video games on Friday night. And just be ready for my next day at work so I don't get too drunk. Alright, well have a good night. Alright? Look at that. That's Joust 2, you guys. See you later.